Yo, what is up, y'all? What the fuck is the word? Oh, so I've been really going through a silent battle, right? And it's been really silent because it's been in my motherfucking head, but it's been very loud. So it's like, was it really silent, or is just one of those battles where it's only silent because I never spoke up and said nothing about it? So because it's been very loud, I can say that much. But the thing that was just circulating through my mind before I press record was I've been really feeling like shit lately. Like really, really feeling like shit. Like what is it? The scum on the bottom of my motherfucking shoe type of shit. Like that's how I've been feeling lately, cause life has just been really beating the motherfucker's ass. Like, not even on no like knuck if you buck type shit. It's giving. Oh my goodness, it's giving. Throw some bowls at them. That's what it's giving. It's giving a quick couple of elbows, like hitting the D-Lo shuffle on my shit. God damn it. Man, my nerves been so out of whack. But like my mind has been clear, which is the interesting part. Like, although I've been feeling how I was feeling, I've been thinking how I've been thinking. The the main thing the main things that I would like to focus on, I have been receiving clarity from that. So I look at it as, even though I'm feeling like shit, that's just a present moment feeling. It's not something that's gonna carry me through this next chapter of my life. It's just how the end of whatever chapter this is just like how that's feeling. Cause man, I could really like have a real heart to heart and really go into depth about how weary my heart has been feeling. And truth be told, it's not something where it didn't just start a few months ago, a couple years ago. No, I've been feeling like this for a while. It's given something similar to this health scare that I had a couple months ago, where I found out that I was surviving with the symptoms of this really scary situation that was going on in my body. And I was just surviving with it. Like at any given point, I could have passed the fuck out, and shit, in my eyes, I probably could have died. Like, that's how I look at it. Like, any given point, I could have just passed out and died and not known what happened, and nobody would have known anything. And truth be told, I don't think anybody would have cared. I probably could count on my hands how many people actually would give a fuck. Truly. Where losing me would disrupt their day. Other than that, I don't feel like I matter that much to people. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just a Shay thing. And I've been learning that, like, I feel like this. It is me that feel like this. You do not have to feel like this. But I feel like this. And I'm going to be true to how I feel. And I'm going to communicate that this is how I feel. Yes, it may not be how you feel, but that is how I feel. And I can only live in the truth in which I know. And if this is how I feel, that is the only truth I know. And until I can be verbal and communicate that, I won't ever get to alleviate that feeling, because I'm not being true within what I feel. And like, that's been the real kick ass about everything. Cause like I know people that took themselves out the game. Motherfucker took themselves out the game young. Motherfucker did it old. Motherfuckers do it. But that's not what I'm here for. That's not my story. I'm not taking myself out the game. I don't plan on taking myself out the game. I'm just saying I understand how they feel, and I'm willing to do the work that I wish they would have did so that they can reintroduce themselves to their own love language, to learn love, to grow in love, to glow in love, to become the love that they desired. Like, it's so many people that take themselves out the game, and they never experience what true love felt like because they weren't willing to give it to themselves in its rawest form. Like, oh my goodness, Rhapsody, her concert really spoke life into me again. Like, I could real life cry right now because everything she said it, and she embodied it. She said, Chicago, my goal is to leave y'all better than how I found y'all. And it's just that simple. And like the jewels that she dropped within that concert, not even that concert, within that experience, it really shaped how I look at life. Mind you, it only been 2-3 days, but it's really been shaping how I look at life for the past few days, because it helped me fit the puzzle piece that I was missing. Helped me redirect that piece so that it actually fits inside of the puzzle as a whole. Because I learned that I was truly the problem. The person who was the biggest problem in my life was me. I made the choices. I did what I did because I did what I wanted to do. I wanted what I wanted, when I wanted, how I wanted. I didn't want to wait. I didn't care. I didn't give a fuck, okay? And I still don't. But what I do care about is the life that I desire, the person I am becoming, the kids I plan to create and raise, the environment I plan to curate. Like, those things matter to me. And if those things matter to me that much, then I have to be willing to grow so that I can have the capacity to love something that deeply and wholeheartedly grow within it. And it takes, oh man, shout out to Shaq. That conversation I had with him, I think that was yesterday. But we were talking about how when you make certain sacrifices for the things that you desire, you lose a part of yourself. And it's a part of you that you can't ever get back. And for some people, it's just time. For them, it's just a task. It's just a project. It's just something they need right now to get them to that next step of what they need for their life. But they don't give a fuck about what you need or what you want. They just looking at what they need and what they want and how you can contribute that and alleviate the stress that they causing on your life. The stress that's in their life that they finna cause onto your life. They trying to figure out how to project that stress onto you. You have to love yourself enough to know that you can walk away from any table that's not serving you properly. If you step up to that motherfucking table and them motherfuckers throw all your food across the fucking table, you gonna eat it? If you sit at that motherfucking table and you see a motherfucker throw your food on the floor and they pick it up and they give it back to you, you're not gonna say nothing? You just gonna eat it? You just gonna settle for that? You don't think you deserve more? You don't think you deserve better? If you know you deserve better, you feel like you deserve better, then that's your opportunity, your chance to speak up and say something, to change and do something, because a closed mouth don't get fed. Word to my dad, happy birthday to my Libra guy. My guy, the motherfucking Libra, he told me this when I was a shorty. I didn't understand this. And he also said this too. My dad told me two things. Two things he said to me that really stuck out to me. Shout out to my dad. Happy birthday to my Libra. Again, first thing he said, a closed mouth don't get fed. If you want something, speak up. I got to spin on this. A closed mouth don't get fed. That also says that, to me, it also states that if you want something, you better go fucking get it. If you truly in your heart want that, don't stop until you fucking get it. What Michael Jackson say, don't stop till you get enough. Go for that shit if that's what you fucking desire, my baby. Understand that closed mouth don't get fed. Speak up and go get what's yours. Just that simple. And then number two, what my pops told me. He said, the lessons that you learn now, the things that I may say to you, the things that his mama used to say to him when he was my age, he did not take heed to right then in that moment. But it wasn't until he got older that he realized, like, damn, mama was right. Damn, you was for real. Like, that's for real. That's legit. Yeah, because wisdom is not time sensitive. You just, hey, it's good to learn how to start a business right now. But if you're not ready to put in the work to sustain that said business, maybe you can wait a year and really dive and really put your shit in order. Like, Rome didn't burn overnight. I don't know why that phrase came to my head, but I know the phrase. I think the phrase is Rome wasn't built overnight, but I know that motherfucker ain't burned in one night either. Shit. Man, a baby. Let's be for real. It actually takes 10 months for a child to form in the womb and go through delivery and go through the process of labor and all of that. It takes at least 10 months for that entire process. Not including the recovery process. Not including whatever else comes with that, because I ain't no mother yet. But like, everything takes time. And the fact that time is the most precious gift that we have, and people come into your life and distract you and deter you from utilizing your time properly, that says a lot. And how well they succeed in distracting you and deterring you, that says a lot about you than it do about them. Because how long will you allow yourself to be distracted and misled? How long will you allow yourself to be bamboozled? How long will you allow yourself to eat the crumbs off the motherfucking floor? How long will you settle for things you don't deserve? Do you deserve to have your food plastered across the table and you have to eat it up like that? Do you deserve a person to properly prepare your plate and put it in front of you with a fork, a knife, a spoon, and even the salad spoon and the soup spoon? If they want to give you extra utensils that look different than what they already gave you because it helps you sip the soup better, or eat, or like if you drop your fork on the floor, you can go use the extra fork that they gave you. It may be the salad fork, but you don't care because it's a fork and you gonna use it anyway. You just drop your fork and ain't no need for you to go bother the waitress because they gave you two forks. and you ain't that classy, so you don't care about the soup spoon and the regular spoon, or the salad fork and the regular fork. You don't care about all of that. All you care about is you got a fork and you can use it to eat your food. Like, if you those type of people, enjoy that space, because it's not a lot of people like that. I don't know how I just got on this tangent, but the fact that you have all of these classy ass people, or classy ass etiquettes that does not reflect reality, is so absurd to me. Because when I, this going off on a tangent, because now I'm done with what I was talking about. But when I go to a restaurant, right, and I open up the little wrapped utensils, right, and if I see 2 forks, 2 spoons, and 1 or 2 knives up in there, right, I'ma assume they know me, and they like, okay, I know this bitch gonna drop some shit on the floor. She may drop her spoon, so I'm gonna give her an extra spoon. She may drop her knife, so I'm gonna get her an extra knife. She may drop her fork, I'm gonna get her an extra fork. In my eyes, that's what I think. I'm like, shout out to them. They gave me extra utensils in case I drop something. Me not thinking that, oh, this utensil is for this is for this is for this. It wasn't until I got older and I started learning about proper etiquette for certain stuff that I learned, like, this is for this is for that. No, they all do the same shit. Like, I could cut a fucking steak with a butter knife, just like I can open up a fucking door with a butter knife. Like, that's how I look at shit. Like, this shit, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But if the motherfucker can do what I needed to do, what the fuck? I guess that's how people treat people. How I was just describing utensils and stuff. How in my eyes it's a one size fits all, and I could place them where they belong in my life, and how I utilize things. That's how people treat people. That's how we supposed to treat people. But how well you are in that says a lot about what you value as a person. And when it comes down to being a leader, when it comes down to being in a position to lead a flock of people, you have to be willing to be vulnerable to the point where you can be naked and transparent and still demand respect without asking for it. You have to be willing to listen to your flock. You have to be willing to become what you preaching. If you are the opposite of what you are telling people, then maybe you should pay attention to what the fuck you got going on. And I say this specifically because I had made a video one day. I had just got into an argument with somebody the day before or that day. And I had made a video. And it just so happened that the video I watched before I made my video spoke to something that I spoke to in my video. And it tied into what I lacked in that argument. It showed me what the fuck I did wrong before that nigga even could figure out what I did wrong. He can't even tell me what the fuck I did wrong, because I already know what the fuck I did wrong, because the Most High got me like that. But now it's this dynamic where you were right, I was wrong. I'm not saying I was wrong, but I was right, he was wrong, because he didn't value me the same. He didn't value what I valued. And that's the part that had me out of body. That's the part that had me like, oh, nah. But I also didn't sit with the feeling long enough to be able to communicate that properly, which is why when I saw the video and I made my video, I circle back after and I express, like, hear me out. since our conversation, this is what I learned. It still wasn't received the same because of something that I just made a post about before I made this video right now. People can only receive you how well they receive themselves. So like, even though I did the right thing, even though I was willing to say I was wrong, this is what I could have done better, this is how I could have said this better, I was still not received properly because he didn't have that in him. He didn't have space. He didn't have the room to give that space and of grace. And us as people, we have to be more mindful of that. When you see a person is trying, when you see that someone is willing to grow and willing to learn, first and foremost. Growing and learning are two different things, but one and the same. If you're willing to learn and grow, then you're willing to glow. It's a lot of people that are willing to glow, but they're not willing to do the other two. And it's a process that we all have to be willing to go through. But if we don't go through it, then we will forever hurt people because we are hurt. We will forever keep hurting people out of the hurt that we feel within us. And we will continue a cycle of that same hurt mentality. Like I told someone earlier, I told him, I said, it's wild because someone spoiled your creativity. And now you're creating an environment where you're spoiling other people's creativity. Now, that's what you will be remembered for. That's how people will view you. And now, that's how you're going to lose the foundation in which you became so satisfied and so sturdy off of, because it's a house of cards. It's not giving what it's supposed to give because you aren't who you supposed to be in that space. With that being said, I'm going to leave it at that because I'm 22 minutes into this video. So, 22 and a half minutes, really. So, with that being said, I love you. I appreciate you. And if you this far into my video, I am wholeheartedly grateful for you. Hit me a like, drop a comment. I appreciate all comments. I appreciate all likes. I appreciate all feedback. Show me some love. With that being said, I am out of here. Enjoy your night and understand that when it's time, my baby, you gonna take flight. Peace and love.